This is Julie Allball from the Wedding Market. We are here at your wedding experience in Philadelphia, and we're going to interview David Tutera.
Hi.
Now, this is the second year of your bridal show.
It is, yes.
It is absolutely fabulous. Now, how did you get this idea to start your own bridal show?
You know, I've been traveling for so many years doing keynote speaking and appearances at all of these other bridal shows throughout the country, and I realized that there was this element missing, which was the word experience, which was creating an environment for the consumer to go to really have a great afternoon, learn a lot, find their vendors, but walk away not feeling so stressed about their wedding any longer. And that's what really put this whole project together, was a series of several years trying to find the right partners and find the right opportunity, and the timing just worked itself out, and it's become quite a success, and we're happy to be back in Philadelphia for a second time.
Mm-hmm. And for those that don't know, Wedding Professionals had an industry session early this morning. Now, you just started that this year. Can you kind of talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we did. We started it because, we have obviously the couples coming here, and we realized that there is a large consumer that is the wedding planner. So I wanted to be able to speak to those that are in the industry. Myself and Preston Bailey, who is an icon in the business, was here earlier. And it's important for not just the consumer to find their vendors, but the planners to find the knowledge from people such as myself and Preston, and we'll have others in the future, that can teach them how to still stay relevant, still have a trend-focused business, which a lot of people in this particular industry get very burnt out, and they also wind up being repetitive in what they do. And that's hopefully what we'll continue to do as we travel from city to city.
Mm-hmm. Now, you also had some students that helped you with the show. How did that come about?
This was one of our projects that I've been talking about for a while. We had 25 students from the Design Center here in Philadelphia and from fashion, and 8 of them were selected, and the 8 that walked the runway used product from a company called Invitations by Dawn, which produces my invitation line. And it was great because it was all paper materials, unconventional paper product that they created. What I have to think, amazing trend-forward ideas for wedding gowns in the wedding industry.
Mm-hmm. And if you hadn't seen the fashion show, you can see some of these fashions that were actually created in our previous Periscope. But as far as future plans, are you going to go into other cities? What is your plan?
Oh my gosh, of course. We are this year. We started in 2015 in 3 cities. We're going to be in 7 cities this year. 2016, we'll be back in Philadelphia. We'll be in Houston 2 times this year. We'll also be in Fort Lauderdale for the first time, and we're also heading back to Atlanta twice. And then as we expand and grow, each year we'll be adding either 1 to 2 more new cities and doing them twice a year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Now, do you have any tips that you'd want to share, maybe for brides that are not here in Philly?
My important tips to the consumer who's putting together the most important day of their life, which is their wedding, is, of course, to think of it as a more business deal first. It's very emotional, and many times they get very overwhelmed by making the wrong financial decisions. What does that mean? They hire the wrong vendors at the wrong cost point. They decide to work on all the smaller details, which often become more costly on the back end. So what I like to say, it's like a wedding puzzle. Put the pieces of your puzzle out. You can't really put a puzzle together if you know what the picture looks like, and the picture is your wedding. And if you could see the vision of your wedding and you have the pieces of the puzzle are laid out in front of you, you then need to know what each of your vendors are going to cost before you sign any contract. Then with that knowledge, all that information, then you can make the right decisions, allowing yourself to enjoy the process, because the reality is that 95% of the process is planning your wedding. The 5% remaining is only the day of your wedding. So if you're really aggravated and stressed out and overwhelmed leading up to it, what's the point? I want people, and I want the couples to truly enjoy every process, from the moment the ring goes on their finger to the moment you walk down the aisle to the moment the last guest leaves your wedding.
Mm-hmm. Any closing thoughts?
Enjoy. Just embrace. And the most important thing I can say is, once you get engaged, stop listening to every single person who thinks that they have an opinion on your wedding, because it's your wedding, and you need to really represent it by telling your story as a couple.
Okay. All right. Well, we will have more interviews here at your wedding experience in Philadelphia, so stay tuned. We'll be back soon.